Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this training. Welcome to this recording, this transmission. My name is Adrienne Schroeder. I am a life magician and I pour my medicine through the portals of astrology, through breathwork, through shamanism, through music, through deep healing, all to support leaders of a new earth in healing, in learning and leveling up and mastering skill sets to manifest visions in the 3D. And I'm experimenting with some new formats. I'm experimenting with really diversifying where I share online, and I'm going to be sharing more here on YouTube. I'm going to be making more video trainings just because I really want to experiment with it. I really want to explore this, and I'm moving forward going to be recording video with all of my podcasts as well and posting them on here. So I have a podcast called A Better World with Adrienne. And so you can expect me to upload the recent episodes that are not yet uploaded and also upload other videos like this one. And so today's video is all on the full moon in Sagittarius. So I plan on sharing, a 15 to 20 minute transmission with you, basically about this full moon, what it means in Sagittarius, the specific energetic signature of this moon exactly, which, spoiler alert, not all the moons, like there's full moon in Sag, like twice a year. It's either once or twice a year. I'm blanking right now. But they all have a different energetic signature because there's different aspects. Like no moon is the same. So we're going to talk about this specific moon and then how to work with it. So the intention of this video is learning. I want you to learn. I want you to take these codes and run with them, because it's not when we just heal on our own. When we heal and learn in alignment with the energies of the universe, that's when we can truly co-create with spirit. That's when we can truly be held, because we're willing to learn about the system that we're a part of, right? And then this is also when our manifestations get scary accurate. And so, yeah, I'm just really excited to dive in with you today. So I'm just feeling into your energy. Let everything you were doing leading up to the pressing play release from your body. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. All right. Welcome. Okay, this full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I got my nails did yesterday on the full moon. I'm recording this on Sunday, June 4th. We had the full moon in Sagittarius at 13 degrees Sagittarius. It was at 11:41 p.m. Central Time on June 3rd, which, depending where you are in the world, it was at its full climax either on Saturday, June 3rd or Sunday, June 4th. And so this training is going to be broken down into 4 parts. First, full moon, what is that in general? Then a full moon in Sag, then the specific energetic signature of this full moon, and then finally some rituals that you can use to really harness the energy and leverage the wisdom of spirit and what the universe has for us right now for your own manifestations and for us manifesting a new earth together. So a full moon is a time of energetic climax. It's completion, it's harvesting, it's, we started the new moon, and yes, I have a crystal. And we wax. We get to the full moon, climax, peak. It's illumination. If you look up in the sky, a full moon is a big illumination. It's shining a light on that part of the collective. And I basically view it like spirit's like, hey guys, look over here. It's like, you can't hide from a full moon, all right? it's exposing. And so it's going to expose things we love. And then it's also going to be like, oh, you see that corner you didn't clean over there? Yeah, I'm going to shine a light on that. And we're going to look at that. So this is what a full moon is. And a really common misconception is that full moons are times to plant seeds. That's very much the opposite of what we are meant to do at a full moon. A full moon is a time where manifestations come to harvest. It's when the fruit is ripe and ready to be picked. And so really this full moon in Sag, it was an energetic climax peak that was connected to whatever seeds you planted 6 months ago at the new moon in Sag, okay? And so that's another common misconception about moon manifestation is, you know, that they're 1 month cycles. They're very much not 1 month cycles. And this really gets into, you know, the programming of the matrix very recently, especially in what I've started calling surface spirituality, where people think, oh, everything's supposed to be easy. Oh, I blink and I say one mantra and here it is. I manifested it. It's like, no, we honor the process. We're part of Mother Earth. There are seasons and the moon cycle is actually 6 months long, not 1 month. So that's just some fun things to know about the moon cycle. And then a full moon in general is like, it's an energetic climax. It's a peak, like everything's been building to this point, and it's a time of release. It's a time of harvest, manifestation, celebration of what's been created, and release, letting go. It's a huge letting go portal. So a full moon in Sag or Sagittarius. Sagittarius is mutable fire energy. So this is a mutable fire moon. What do I mean by that? So in the zodiac, in the astrology, there are the 4 elements: earth, wind, water, and fire. And out of the 4 elements, there's 3 signs in each, and each is a mode. There's cardinal, there's fixed, and there's mutable. So Sag is mutable fire. So it's very fiery. That's why I got my nails did like this. I'm like, ooh, bitches, we about to have a full moon in Sag and I'm feeling fiery. So cardinal signs are here to start things. Fixed signs are here to sustain things and build things. And mutable signs are here to alchemize, to transmute, to transform, to change, okay? And so Sag is mutable fire. And so it's this fiery, burning passion that's here to make change. It's here to transmute. It's here to alchemize. It's here to transform. So big change in a fiery way. That's Sag. So Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, opportunity, joy, blessings. It literally, Jupiter expands everything it touches. So Sag is very, very expanded. And so a full moon is always in opposition with the sun. So right now we have the sun in Gemini, and opposite that is the moon, the full moon in Sag. So this is why it's a very tense time, because they're literally opposite one another in the sky. And so Gemini is all about information, data, curiosity, play, learning. It's about learning. And Sagittarius is about philosophy. It's about wisdom traditions. So Gemini is data. Sagittarius is wisdom. And so Sagittarius at a full moon, there's culminations of everything, right? Sag is the teacher archetype. Sag rules long distance travel. It's all about philosophy. It's the teacher. It's the spiritual tradition. It literally rules astrology. Okay. And so really this energy is like an expansion of wisdom, an expansion of spiritual traditions, like across the collective. Now, right now I'm talking about collective astrology, where it's impacting everyone. This impacts you very specifically for where this moon is landing in your chart. So you would look at your chart for where is 13 degrees Sagittarius in my chart, okay? And for me, it's the 7th house. It's actually the cusp of the 7th and 8th house. So my 7th house of one-on-one partnership, one-on-one client work, and then my 8th house of death, rebirth, transformation, debt, taxes, like all of those things. So it really, like, that's just another layer. You can take this, and it really depends on where you're at in astrology, like where this video will land for you. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm talking fast because I'm just really excited to share. And part of my, my North Node is in the 9th house, which is ruled by Sagittarius. So my soul's destiny in this lifetime is to be a spiritual teacher. My soul's destiny in this lifetime is to share wisdom. My soul's destiny in this lifetime is to really step forward as a leader and a teacher in astrology, in the mystical realm, in, through what I've learned from world travel. All right. And so I'm really just very excited. And I'm like, this is an example of, okay, that I'm releasing this new way of being. At the full moon in Sag, I'm releasing my first, just moon YouTube video. I have no idea where this is going, and I know I'm on the right track. And that's the other thing about Sagittarius is it's faith, it's hope, it's optimism. And in its low vibration, so Gemini says, this is what I believe because here's the facts. Sagittarius says, this is what I believe because I just know. I just know in my soul, this is what I believe. To me, this is right. This is what's right. And this can get into, there's healed expressions and unhealed low vibrational expressions of every single energy in the zodiac. And all of us possess all the light and all the dark within us. So this is a place of compassion. This is a place of radical acceptance and radical responsibility. Like any time you're in my space, your responsibility is expected. Your agency is expected because I respect your power. And so I'm an empowerment astrology, like free will is always on the table, So in its lowest expression, Sag can be very dogmatic. Like, this is what I believe and my way or the highway, everything else is wrong. So that can be very dogmatic, like unhealed Sag is dogma. And it's also like over exaggerating. Like a Sag will over exaggerate. They'll be like, oh, I went to a party last night and there's 50 people when there was literally 15 people there. And it's not malicious. It's just like, that's Jupiter, expands everything it touches. And so with Sagittarius, it's like, it's just so like go big or go home energy. And so with this full moon, that's like, the universe is like egging us on to be like, oh yeah, what's your biggest, boldest dream? Go bigger, go bigger, go bigger. And it's really going to take that kind of thinking, and not just thinking, but way of living to create a new earth. So I just love this full moon for us. It's so fiery. It's hot. It's hot as fuck. That's this full moon. Like, this moon is like, hey, passion leads the way. Fiery, like change making energy leads the way. And so really it's a time that's illuminating the seeds you planted 6 months ago, and then illuminating these seeds in your life of teaching, of belief, of hope, of optimism, of wisdom, of truly like expansion beyond your wildest dreams through the fire, through the inner fire of the heart. And this moon is trine Mars in Leo. And so now we're going to get into the aspects of what makes this very unique, because not every full moon in Sag is the same. Like, for anybody that's been following astrology, like the past few years, ever since 2020, when the South Node was in Sag, we saw a lot of dogma. We saw a lot of dogma about the vaccines. We saw a lot of dogma about the civil rights movement when George Floyd got murdered. We saw a lot of dogma politically in the US and around the globe. We saw dogma everywhere, and it was there to be released. And so with this full moon, it's a huge time to release dogma. It's a huge time to release, self-censoring, like your true beliefs, because Sag rules belief. And it's time to release any blocks to your true dream. And so we also have a trine, which is a positive aspect to Mars and Leo, which is another fire sign. So we got hella fire up in here. We got hella fire up in here, y'all. So might as well use it. And so Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of war, aggression. It can be violent. However, Mars is inspired action in its highest expression. So when there's a trine in Leo, Leo rules the heart. I'm a Leo sun, by the way. I'm also a Leo stellium. That means I have 3 or more planets in Leo. Your girl stacked in Leo. All right. I'm stacked in Leo. I'm stacked in Virgo, and I'm stacked in Capricorn. So I got a lot of planets there, and it really is okay. This moon is extra blessed because not only are we able to celebrate and see, oh, my ring light just went out. There's too much fire. Not only are we able to really see and celebrate and release, we are blessed with the inspired action to actually make these dreams real. Okay. So that's what Mars is here doing. And then this also came right on the heels of, we had this gorgeous Taurus conjunction. I'm a Taurus rising, so it's been a big deal for me. All this Taurus action, the North Node in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus. So Jupiter just entered Taurus, and it was just conjunct the North Node. So Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, opportunity, entered the sign of Taurus and was conjunct the North Node in the collective. So the North Node is our collective destiny. So right now is a key time for a new Earth because we have so many planets in Taurus. Now, what is Taurus? It's fixed Earth energy. So it's really the daily actions in the earthly plane that we get to take to bring our manifestations down from the 5D into the 3D. This is why my signature program is called 3D Moves, because my purpose in this lifetime is to help other new Earth leaders anchor their contributions into the 3D through the way they move in the earthly plane. Why? I'm a Taurus rising, that's fixed Earth. I'm a Virgo stellium, that's mutable Earth, that's changed through the daily actions we take in the earthly plane. And then I'm a Capricorn North Node and Capricorn stellium. What's Capricorn? Cardinal Earth, leadership in the earthly plane, going first, scaling mountains, climbing mountains that other people wouldn't even look at, let alone attempt to climb. I'm gonna scale that shit because I'm committed to the long game. Okay, so I'm a triple threat new Earth leader because I have all these Earth placements. And so this full moon in Sag, we get to release all the dogmas blocking our dream of a new Earth. We get to release all the self-censorship that we participated in terms of our true beliefs, right? And blessed with a trine by Mars and Leo, we have the fiery fixed fire, get up and go, inspired action to actually make shit real. Like this is another gap I've identified that I specifically help people with and am here to solve is so many people in their wounded feminine without a healthy masculine energy. And so I'm healing having an overdeveloped masculine energy because, I'm a classically trained musician. I was raised on a farm. I've lived in Chicago for 8 years. Your girl knows how to work. We out in the streets here, and it's a new paradigm. It's a new earth paradigm. So while I'm here to help so many people that are in their wounded feminine develop a healthy masculine, I myself am really here to share my healthy masculine and also discover my divine feminine even more. So that's what's going on. That's the specific signature of this full moon. It rocks. This is like, we're really opening a new portal with a new earth. Like, it's been slow going since the beginning of 2023. 2023 started out with like 50 planets in retrograde, and the collective's like, do, 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 do. I thought it was a new year. What the fuck are we doing? And now June's here, and it's like, boom, bitch, we going now. We going now. Like, Gemini season's here. We got quick wind. But this is not a time to be planting seeds. This is a time to release, and it's time to celebrate. So go back, if you've been working with the moon cycles, go back to 6 months ago, see what you were manifesting, and it's not about your thoughts, okay? Thoughts are cool, and thoughts are part of manifestations. It's who you're being on an energetic frequency. That is what is going to manifest. It's not the law of attraction. It's the law of resonance. So what you're reaping right now is a direct result of how you've been living and who you've been being the past 6 months. So celebrate, release, let go, do a dance with like fire batons, like all the things. So now I just want to give a couple rituals, ways that you can work with this moon. Okay, so of course, astrology starts to change your life when you are in deep relationship with it over time and you track the patterns. So that's something I do, is I always look back in my moon journal and I say, like, what did I write at the new moon in Sag back in December? It was December. What did I write in my manifestation journal at the new moon in Sag? And it's scary accurate, honestly. It's scary accurate, these things, once you get really good at it. And just know that, like, it's a skill set. It's a skill set that you will get better at when you practice. That's all. So for this, it's a fire moon. This is a good time to do a burn ritual, okay, in a safe way. So having a fire safe container and really just journaling what you're releasing into this full moon, like any self-censorship you're releasing, any dogma you've been living by that you're releasing, any blocks to your biggest, boldest dream. Like, just do stream of consciousness and literally watch it burn. And I recommend doing this within 3 days of the full moon. So that's super powerful to do. It's very, easy. It's very cathartic. I love burning shit. I think because I'm a Leo, I'm just like, let's burn it all. I'm just like, I have a perpetual fire in my heart as a Leo sun. And with literally, I'm looking over at my chart, like, yeah, your girl has a lot of shit in Leo. I have, I have 3 planets in Leo. And then I have 3 planets in the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo. So I have 6 planets associated with Leo. It's cool. And that's my superpower. So that's the first thing, is a burn ritual, and just stream of consciousness, journal on those themes. Okay. And then burn it and truly release it. Truly release. If you need to cry, if you need to scream into a pillow, if you need to angry dance, like all of these things. Like, the thing about fire energy and anger, I feel like, I know for me, anger is way more uncomfortable for me than sadness. I don't know if it was just my conditioning or what, but there's such a thing as holy rage. And it's just about channeling it in a healthy way. Like, it's not healthy to have it bottled up inside of you. So how can you channel it? A big thing for me is exercise, like lifting heavy weights. And then of course, breath work. I'm a breath work facilitator. So release, 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 and burn the low vibrations of Sag. And then I want you to celebrate. I want you to celebrate and do something like really notice what's coming to fruition in your life. Even if, so there's something in my life that I planted seeds for at the new moon in Sag. And it's not to full fruition yet. However, it is reaching a very, very pivotal point in its evolution. And so that's the other thing about the moon cycles is like, okay, let's say, yeah, I planted seeds to become a millionaire, right? You know, could I have done that in 6 months? Yes, anything's possible. Also, we live in the earthly plane. Like I'm Capricorn North Node, like I'm a 4/6 projector in human design. Like I get better with age. Like I take the long game and, you know, I chip away at things. So I planted seeds 6 months ago. They're not to full fruition, but literally yesterday and today, I've taken very decisive action, like line in the sand moment of like, okay, like this is coming to bloom in a very tangible way. Like, okay, we made it to the first step in this manifestation, right? So it's not always going to be like the final destination. Like, let's say Sag is your 7th house of one-on-one partnership and you're manifesting your soulmate, your person, right? And maybe you're not married, but you know, you've been dating someone for a few months and it feels good. And, you know, there's the possibility and it feels like divine love, like all of that. And, you know, maybe you took your first trip together or something like that. Like that's a manifestation, that's a celebration. So I invite you to celebrate it and like celebrate it in a fiery way. Like, I don't know, I'm just imagining like dancing to salsa music or like, it was literally fucking 95 degrees in Chicago on the day of the full moon in Sag. And it's the beginning of June. So it's a little excessive, a little like 0 to 100, but that's Sag for you. Sag is 0 to 100. Sag is like, that escalated quickly. It's like, oh, I was planning on going out for one drink with my friends and now it's 3 a.m. and I'm here with a bunch of people I don't know. Like, so yeah. So the rituals will be to release and burn and then do a celebration of what is manifesting right now that you're harvesting that you can celebrate because we're not always chasing the carrot with the universe. Like we're receiving consistently, right? And so we get to celebrate and we get to rejoice in what we receive. So yeah, I just love this. I'm excited about these videos. I think they're going to be cool. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. So let me know what you're celebrating. Let me know what you're releasing in the realms of Sagittarius. And then I have 2 invitations for you that are super duper special. First, if you want to know, if you want to go deep into how this is impacting you specifically, if you want to know more of your personal astrology, you can book a reading with me, okay? So I have readings available in Gemini season, and I actually have something called Big 3 Breathwork, which is where we combine a reading and breathwork. So if you want a one-on-one session, I'm going to have the link to book that below in the show notes. And then the other invitation is, I don't do this every moon cycle, but Gemini season rules the lungs. So it's the most potent time of the whole year for breath work. And there's a new moon in Gemini on June 17th. And so it's the most powerful manifestation portal for breath work with the astrology in the whole entire year. And so I am leading a new moon in Gemini breathwork masterclass. So it's going to be learning and manifesting and planting seeds through our life force energy. And so that's going to be taking place on Sunday, June 18th, live. And the early bird price is going to be $88. And you can sign up through the link below. You get lifetime access to the recording. And then After early bird, it's going to go up to $111. So I highly, highly recommend signing up now. Like I said, I don't do these very often. Like I do all of this stuff with my one-on-one clients. I do this in my group programs, like the breathwork and the moon manifesting. But you know, sometimes there's just a new moon that's just so fucking special. There's no way I was not gonna do a breathwork manifestation for the new moon in Gemini, because Gemini rules the lungs. So I hope you come to that. It's gonna be so epic. And yeah, the link to that is below. So I hope this served you. I hope you really enjoyed this. I can't wait to hear from you about the full moon in Sag. Let me know if you like this video format. Drop any questions. Follow me on Instagram at I am Adrienne. And yeah, book a reading. Definitely come to the new moon in Gemini breathwork session. You know what? I just decided on the spot. If you book a reading with me before the new moon, if you book a reading with me before the new moon in Gemini, you will automatically get the Gemini new moon breathwork class. Okay? So that's my fun little tidbit. All right. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Happy full moon in Sag, and I will see you at the new moon in Gemini or in your reading. Love you, believe in you, and full moon blessings.